Into the Badlands is the name of the movie. Please like and subscribe to get every update. After a series of natural and man-made disasters, civilization was wiped out. With no power or resources, the world must start over and the survivors return to the fields to recover. 500 years later, 6 men and women advanced their feudal society by owning and trading resources, thereby earning the title of baron. The former North American states now form a territory known as the Badlands, divided into 7 regions with a different baronage and resources for each. To defend their homes, the barons recruited warriors known as clippers, who fought with edged weapons as guns were banned due to their deadly nature. A clipper driver named Sonny drives his motorcycle across a large field, only stopping when he notices a pile of bodies and a wrecked truck on the side of the road. When he examined the body, he discovered that the chain was broken, meaning someone had escaped. He then used a scope and noticed smoke coming from the forest, so he ran there and met a group of nomadic campers. Sonny asked them what he had seen, pointing out that the goods belonged to his baron. The nomads said they didn't know anything, but Sonny saw they had an incentive fund and called them. Then a man attacks Sonny, but he is unable to land a single blow and Sonny kills him easily. Enraged, the others surround Sonny and attack him at the same time, but Sonny's martial arts skills are exceptional and he fights all of them without breaking a sweat, killing them one by one, until there was no one left. Next, Sonny finds gold coins with a butterfly symbol. When he opened the door, a teenager named MK jump out and try to escape. Sonny uses bolas to capture and knock him down. Moments later, MK wakes up and sees Sonny burying all the bodies. After MK explaining that a baron named Widow had paid these nomads to capture him, Sonny asked him to help complete the tomb. The duo then went to the fort, where Sonny showed MK see children being trained to become sheep shearers. Next, they attend a lecture by Baron Quinn, who reminds the students that religion is false and that only he nourishes them, not God. Quinn orders Sonny to take off his shirt, revealing the numerous tattoos on his back representing every murder Sonny has committed against him. After the meeting, Sonny tells Quinn and her son Ryder what happened, but MK don't know why the widow wants him. Ryder wants to fight back, but Quinn and Sonny refuse to fight. Next, MK is taken to the pit with other boys, where Ajax pesters him and steals his necklace. MK immediately rushed at him and started fighting, so Sonny came to separate them. He takes Ajax's necklace and is shocked to see the symbol of a metropolis, unaware that Ryder has noticed his reaction. Later, Sonny returns to his bungalow and searches for a compass with the exact same symbol as on MK's pendant. A flashback shows him taking the compass from a dead child when he was young. Just then, Ryder appears and removes the necklace. In the evening, Sonny sneaks into another village to meet his lover Vale, who works as a doctor. After doing the mischief, Vale continues to teach Sonny to read but also reveals a surprise. She is pregnant. However, Sonny told her to leave it because bringing a baby to the Badlands would not be wise or safe. When Vale tries to change her mind with stories about safe places outside the Badlands, Sonny ignores her and leaves. Back at the fort, MK suddenly attacked by Ajax. The attack caused MK to bleed. The sight of his own blood made MK blacked out and moved quickly, throwing Ajax into the mirror. When the mirror broke, MK caught a falling fragment and threw it into Ajax's eyes, which Sonny saw. Then MK fainted, so Sonny took him back to his cabin. When MK waking up, he admitted that the effect happened every time he bled, but he didn't know what it was. This happened when he was a child and was the reason he and his mother had to flee. They were looking for a doctor to treat him but were captured and separated by nomads. Sonny shows him his compass and MK recognizes it as his hometown Azra, a city outside the Badlands, which proves the legend. MK wants his necklace back, but Sonny says Ryder has it and sends MK back to the barracks. Afterwards, Sonny ran to tell Vale about Azra, but she changed her mind right in front of the house. On his way back, he noticed a car nearby and suddenly found himself surrounded by a group of militants who were attacking him at the same time. Once again, Sonny proves himself to be the best and fights them all without any problems, moving around the streets and even climbing on top of the car to keep control of the fight. One by one, all the boys are killed until the only person left is the person in the car, who turns out to be the widow. She asks Sonny about MK, and after he refuses to help her, she leaves. Returning to MK, he sneaks into Ryder's room to retrieve his necklace, but Ryder catches him and takes it back when he aggressively pushes MK on the wall. Just then, Lydia walks in and is shocked to see the design on the necklace. Then MK, imprisoned with a sentence of execution. Sonny visits him to ask why he took this risk, so MK explains that it is the only memory of his mother and asks Sonny to say goodbye if he finds her again. Seeing the boy collapse, Sonny felt sorry for him and decided to release him. He helps him escape through an underground tunnel that leads him out of the fortress, unaware that Lydia has seen everything. In the evening, Ryder gets out of bed and Dirty Jade, his father's future third wife. In a bar, the widow approached his former regent, who grabbed his sword but was quickly disarmed. She came here to discuss politics, but soon she noticed an assassin lurking nearby. The guy threw an axe at her, but she dodged it and it killed her old regent instead. The widow then began fighting all the assassins in the room, expertly killing them all in a matter of seconds with her dagger. With only the body left in the bar, the widow interviews a survivor and learns that they were sent by Ryder the next day. MK continues running through a forest, where he finds a series of pillars with a butterfly symbol on them. At that moment he heard a noise and hid to watch Tilda skillfully hunt. Suddenly, she appears behind him and accuses him of spying, but she takes pity on him when he explains that he lost his farming family to the nomads. Tilda shares food with him and MK notices that his shuriken are shaped like butterflies. Just then, they heard the barking of dogs belonging to the search team led by Ryder and Sunny. Luckily, Tilda takes him to the widow's territory, and the search party cannot follow them there without seeing it as an act of war. When they arrived at the widow's fort, MK knew that Tilda was the widow's daughter. MK is taken to the bath and the widow takes the opportunity to question him, pointing out that he is lying about his status as a farmer. She asks him about a boy wearing a necklace and shows him Ezra's photo, but MK acts like he doesn't know anything. The three wildlings then go to see the widow but refuse to join her because they fear Quinn, so the widow offers a deal. If Tilda defeats one of her people, they must join her. The nomads agreed, but if they won, they would keep Tilda. A fight ensues between Tilda and one of the nomads, but a few moves can easily kill him, which is seen by the hidden MK. The widow then tells Tilda to fight MK and takes a blood test, hoping to prove that he is the man she is looking for. He is told that his training must begin and is left alone with Tilda, who immediately attacks him and holds him at knife point. She asked about the forest and he desperately swore that he was just looking for his mother. Taking pity on him, Tilda used her own blood to smear on MK's cheek, and told him to pretend to be injured. MK screamed in feigned pain and walked away while the widow watched from afar. Meanwhile, Sunny escorts Quinn to see a doctor, who happens to be Vale's father. Privately, the doctor informed Quinn that he had a brain tumor and would only live until the winter solstice. Quinn tells him not to tell anyone, and on the way out, he orders Sunny to kill the doctor and his wife. Sunny refuses, saying they are not enemies, so Quinn grabs his sword and rushes inside to do it himself. Quinn then ordered Sunny to burn the house and body. In the evening, Sunny visits a grieving Vale and tells her that Quinn killed her parents. He suspected Quinn was sick and was afraid someone would find out. Sunny then promised to protect Vale and the baby, saying he would get them out of the Badlands. In a small town, Ryder hires a mischievous worker named Angelica and finds that she has a block of his father's cane. He begins to hurt her until she admits that she got it from the nomads, who have the entire turbine power plant. Outside, a woman sees a sign left by Angelique. Midnight, MK told Tilda he had to escape. They enter the office to find a secret passage into the forest, but they hear the widow and the nomads coming. Tilda kisses MK to make it look like they were having fun, and the widow announced that MK are no longer welcome there. While the nomads brought MK away, the widow was informed that Ryder had taken the bait. On the way out, the nomadic leader revealed his wanted sign and beat MK before putting him in the car. The next day, Ryder and Sunny explore the turbine station, where a car carries a group of nomads. As the duo entered the station, MK wakes up in the trunk and uses the butterfly shuriken Tilda gave him to cut the rope. Inside, Ryder and Sunny check the boxes and find them empty, surrounded only by nomads who announce that they were sent by the widow. Ryder is immediately entangled in a chain and begins to suffocate until he passes out while Sunny fights the nomads. There's a whole army of them, but Sunny has always been faster, stronger, and better trained, so it's extremely easy for him to use the station to his advantage and make quick jumps to kill them all in seconds. He then cuts the chains to free Ryder, but is surprised from behind by the nomad leader. Sunny was about to die when suddenly MK appeared and killed the last nomad. Then MK announces that he knows how to escape the Badlands, but Sunny can't leave because Quinn will kill him. Instead, he decided to train MK to be able to protect Vale and take her to Ezra. After Ryder is taken to the doctor, Quinn sees MK and tries to strangle him, but Sunny explains to MK that he saved them and wanted him to be his apprentice. Quinn accepts after capturing MK, swearing allegiance to him. He also declared war on the widow. Some time later, Quinn led a group of clippers to invade the widow's territory. Sunny asked the students to stay on guard while he and the main army entered the fortress and destroyed most of the soldiers, easily dispatching them with a quick swing of their swords. Ignores Sunny's orders and sneaks inside to steal a book with Ezra's logo on it. At that moment, he heard a noise and hid while watching Tilda escape with the apprentices. MK called her name, but she ignored him and left. Meanwhile, Quinn finds the widow and begins fighting her as the two warriors skillfully use their blades in a deadly dance. Quinn eventually took down the widow, but as he was about to kill her, he got a headache and collapsed. The widow tries to kill him, but Sunny finds her and she escapes through a secret passage inside the house that Sunny cannot open. After everything was over, MK shows Sunny the book, but Sunny gets angry at his disobedience and hides it. As punishment, Sunny arrests MK, stood at the edge of their practice pit and pushed him so that he felt himself fall. Sunny then took him to former Regent Waldo and asked him to fight him as a lesson. MK suspicious because Waldo is in a wheelchair, but Waldo is fast and strong enough to defeat him with his arms. Finally, when MK surrendering, Waldo reminds him to look beyond the obvious. In the widow's territory, she and her students wandered into an old house that could serve as a hideout for them. The widow then orders Tilda to find Angelica before Sunny joins her. Meanwhile, Vale is taken to the fortress to deal with Ryder. Lydia is skeptical about the bone drill, but Vale explains that Ryder's brain is swollen and if she doesn't do something, he will die overnight. The surgery was performed successfully and Ryder quickly regained consciousness, so Quinn immediately asked who set him up. After Ryder explains, Sunny is sent to find Angelica. Moments later, Sunny and MK arrived in town and Sunny told MK wait outside while he chases after Angelica. At this moment Tilda arrives and slaps MK before arguing about each other's loyalties. Inside, Sunny knocks down Angelica's customer while she takes out her sword to attack, wounding Sunny in the chest. A fight ensues and Sunny quickly overpowers her, demanding to know where to find the widow. Angelica pushed him away and jumped out the window, so Sunny began chasing her across the balcony until he blocked her path and restarted the fight. Unable to win, Angelica decided to commit suicide. Seeing that, MK, tell Tilda to run away. They then go to Vale's house so she can stitch up Sunny, and MK became curious when he realized Vale could read. Quinn then tells Sunny that his attack on the widow has shaken the other barons and they want to negotiate. Quinn wants to form an alliance with Baron Jacoby and asks Sunny to arrange a meeting because he knows Zephyr, Jacoby's regent. After Sunny left, MK sneaked into her room to get the book. In the evening, Sunny meets Zephyr, who tells him that the other barons are preparing for war and that he can stop it by killing Quinn. Sunny is loyal and refuses, so Zephyr says she will try to get this meeting but makes no promises. After that, MK visited Vale and asked her to read the book, but she did not recognize the language. At that moment someone walked in, so MK quickly run away. The visitor is Quinn, who asks Vale to save him like she saved Ryder. Vale gives him a concoction that will weaken him but also slow the tumor's growth. Some time later, Tilda ran into a bloody forest and pretended to be a woman in trouble. She stopped a car on the road and when the boys came to help her, the widow and other girls killed them. Tilda checks the back of the car and finds a pile of gold while the widow collects a pickaxe from a dead man. It is later revealed that his army captured a lawnmower during the invasion, and now the widow has used the pickaxe to decapitate him. In the evening, Sunny watched MK train your forms on a combat mannequin. MK pulled out his knife and considered activating his hidden power but decided against it. In the morning, Sunny took MK, went to a deserted place and cut off his arm, saying that they needed to understand this power. MK's eyes immediately turned black and with one blow, he knocked Sunny unconscious before passing out. When they wake up, Sunny tells him that when this happens again, MK need to focus on a safe or pure point within you as a memory. In the fortress, Quinn receives the killer's head with the word parley on the forehead. Inside was a letter from Jacoby accusing him of attacking his gold shipment. Quinn asks Ryder out and agrees to talk. However, when Ryder met Zephyr, he made his own proposal. Some time later, Sunny went to see Vale and found her talking to MK about the book. He was upset to learn that they had worked together to understand the text because it meant that MK don't really know how to escape the Badlands. After MK leaving, Vale told Sunny about Quinn's tumor. Meanwhile, Jade breaks up with Ryder because she has to prepare for marriage, so Ryder angrily calls her naive for thinking that Quinn's second wife died naturally and says she is in danger. Jade goes to talk to a servant, who explains that before her second wife died, she saw Lydia picking poisonous flowers. The next day, Sunny selected 6 apprentices to negotiate and MK became angry at not being chosen. When Quinn and her team reach the city of the dead, Sunny spots someone nearby and grabs them, only to find MK. He scolded him and made him stand guard while they went to the meeting. Zephyr brings in Baron Jacoby, who doesn't believe Quinn when he says the widow is behind everything. Soon after, MK saw Tilda coming and throwing a pickaxe, so he warned Sunny just in time to stop her from killing Quinn. Jacoby and Quinn's men then begin to fight while Sunny goes after Tilda, but is suddenly stopped by Zephyr. When they started fighting, MK chases after Tilda and starts fighting her as well. They exchange a few blows before Tilda runs away and throws a butterfly shuriken at him, causing him to bleed and activating his powers. Tilda threw a vase at her in desperation but got nothing, so MK grabbed her by the neck and threw her against the wall. Tilda dodges his attacks and says his name, getting him out before he passes out. She then noticed Sunny watching them, so she threw another shuriken to distract him and ran away. Meanwhile, most of the soldiers have died in battle, and now Jacoby and Quinn are about to face off in a duel. Zephyr arrives to help but is interrupted by Sunny, who delivers Tilda's shuriken to prove that the widow has been manipulating them. Jacoby told Quinn that he was the one on the widow's bad side, so if he wanted the other barons to calm down, he needed to take care of her. When Quinn's group returns to the fortress, they are devastated to discover that the widow and her army have killed all of the Clippers. A living maid explains that the apprentices were bribed with gold. Quinn orders Sunny to bring the widow to get revenge. Meanwhile, Zephyr promises Ryder to take him to Jacoby, but instead takes him to the widow because Zephyr has been working for her the whole time. The widow offers Ryder to help him get his father's job, and Zephyr takes Jacoby's job if in return they receive MK. Tired of his father not believing in him, Ryder accepts the deal. Some time later, Sunny arrives at the docks and uses a gift from Waldo to gain an audience with the River King. Sunny wants to escape the Badlands, and the River King points out that he owes a favor to Waldo, not Sunny, so he offers a new deal. He explains that an expedition of 28 apprentices has arrived, but one of them killed the others, so he wants the boy back in exchange for safe passage for Sunny. When he showed him a photo, Sunny was surprised to see MK. When he returned to the fort, Sunny continued to train MK, and kept him on the edge while asking him questions about the deaths on the boat. Suddenly, MK's eyes turns black and pushes Sunny off the edge first, only for Sunny to wake up from his nightmare. He is at Vale's house and takes the opportunity to look at the book, only to discover that his compass fits into a hole in the page, causing the arrows to move. Meanwhile, the widow welcomes many of the boys she freed from Fort Quinn, promising them a better life. However, she also cut off their hands when trying to find the boy with secret powers, but no one reacted. At Quinn's fort, Ryder meets Waldo to show him the necklace, and Waldo tells him to go find his grandfather because he might know something about it. Quinn tried to talk to the new recruits, but he started to have an unbearable headache, so he was taken inside. Vale comes to give him medicine, and Quinn tells him that he didn't kill his parents, Sunny did. Later, Ryder visits Grandpa Penrith. Seeing the necklace, Penrith explains that it comes from Uzra, a place that only exists in the series. After Ryder left, Penrith told a cleric to inform the apostles in the fortress that there was a darkness there. The next day, Sunny brought 3 warriors including MK, go into the forest to find clues to find the widow. MK found a butterfly shuriken and tried to catch it, but Sunny stopped him and poked him with a stick, immediately setting off a trap. Sunny then jumped into the air and kicked a large tree branch, activating all the other traps in the area. At that moment, they heard a scream and discovered that a lawn-mower had fallen into the trap. Sunny immediately freed him, but the guy would not be able to help him with such an injured leg. As night fell, the group stopped camping and Sunny ordered MK, first shift. While the others sleep, Tilda secretly approaches MK to warn him that the widow suspects he is a boy who possesses powers, and that the more he uses this power, the weaker he will become. In fact, using too much power will eventually kill it. Tilda advised MK should escape because everyone just wants to use him for power, from the widow to Sunny herself. Suddenly, Sunny appeared behind her and knocked her down to catch her. MK tries to explain that thanks to Tilda he was able to control his powers the other day, but Sunny insists on asking him about the widow's location. Apprentice Bale insulted her to get her to talk, so Tilda bit his neck. When Tilda refuses to talk, Sunny decides to take her to the fortress. In the morning, the widow and her warriors arrived and found Tilda's dagger wrapped in green cloth, stuck in a tree. An angry widow ordered a warrior to send a message to his spy in the fort to plan a rescue. At the fort, Jade brings Quinn food but suddenly collapses from a seizure. In the dungeon, Sunny asks Tilda to tell him where the widow is hiding, saying he doesn't want to hurt her. At that moment, the widow appeared and used a whip to knock MK. Sunny immediately attacks him and a battle ensues as they slash each other across the dungeon. When Sunny kicked the widow through a wall, they arrived at an armory, where they used all available weapons to continue the fight. After using dozens of weapons and even a torch, Sunny finally overpowered the widow and seriously injured her. Meanwhile, MK frees Tilda but is suddenly knocked out by Bale. Tilda kicked Bale back, but he threw dirt into her eyes, allowing him to grab her by the hair and begin beating her. When MK waking up, Bale made sure to lock his cell so that his revenge for the bite could not be interrupted. Eager to help Tilda, MK look into your own blood to activate your power and send Bale flying. The sound interrupts Sunny as he prepares to kill Widow, and they watch in shock as Bale dies as he lands on the spikes. MK losing control, Sunny ran to his side but the boy fainted. Taking advantage of this distraction, Tilda and the widow flee. Sunny followed them through a secret tunnel, but when he came out they were gone. In the dungeon, it is revealed that Quinn has seen everything. The next day, Sunny returns to River King and gives him Bale's head, pretending that it is MK's. The boys look alike and the River King believes him, so he tells Sunny to come to his friends at exactly midnight or they will be left behind. Later, Sunny goes to Vale's clinic and says she can't see Quinn today or he won't be able to discharge her. Vale asks if he killed his parents, and when Sunny reminds him that it was Quinn, Vale is angry that he did nothing to stop her. She doesn't know if she wants to run away with him and says she'll think about it. Meanwhile, one of Penrith's men goes to an old church to meet 3 monks. He tells them that Penrith has found a shadow and shows them the wanted poster. The monks went to their car with a box and left. At the fortress, Lydia heads towards Jade but is interrupted by an angry Quinn. He is certain that Lydia poisoned Jade and orders her to leave the fortress, not believing her when she says she is innocent. The barbers then escort Lydia out of the fort and Ryder approaches her to return her religious symbols, saying goodbye. However, Lydia tells him that he would not last a day without her before leaving. Finally, Lydia went to her father's house and asked to atone for her sins by showing the symbols to prove that she had not forgotten her roots. Penrith made her swear that she would give up all material possessions and never leave again. Then he took her to the frog pond for a purification ritual. After being underwater for a few seconds, Lydia comes out and Penrith hugs her to welcome her back. In town, Vale was suddenly captured and taken to the widow's house to treat her injuries. Vale gave him some medicine and started stitching the wound. After finishing, Vale left the widow 3 small bottles, explaining that 2 of them contained poison and the third was medicine. Vale won't say which one until she's safely escorted back to her clinic. The widow tells Tilda to take Vale home, and Tilda blindfolds him to do it. When they return to town, Vale tells Tilda that the blue bottle is medicine and that her mother should not force young girls to fight for her cause. Therefore, Tilda now has the choice whether to save her or not. Returning to Quinn, he confronts Sunny and accuses him of being a spy for the widow while the other cutters surround him. He made Sunny hand over his sword and threw him into a dungeon, where he was chained to bars. Afterwards, Quinn called MK, and told him that if he did what he said, he would spare Sunny and take Tilda back to the fortress for protection. No MK. Having yet to be with a woman, Quinn offers to take him to the naughty house, where he can practice so he won't disappoint Tilda later. Later, Waldo tries to visit Sunny and a lawnmower says it's forbidden, so Waldo punches him in the groin, causing him to fall and break his neck. Waldo then frees Sunny and tells him to escape before being attacked by the widow, causing Sunny to realize that he is a spy for the widow. Before Sunny leaves, Waldo gives him a necklace he took from Sunny's neck when he found it as a child, and Sunny is shocked to see it resembles MK's necklace. In town, MK won around. Quinn sensed it too and told the hidden people to get out. He wasn't surprised to see Jacoby and Cypher come out, but he was heartbroken to see his son join them. Quinn desperately hit MK's right shoulder as his eyes turns black. Jacoby tries to attack MK, but the boy easily overpowers him and throws him into a building. Meanwhile, Quinn runs into Sunny, who immediately stabs him with his sword. On the streets, Jacoby's men are overwhelmed and killed by MK, who also prepares to kill Ryder. Sunny stops him just in time, but MK pushed him away while Ryder ran away. Cypher then tried to hold off MK, but he just grabbed his hair and threw him. At that moment, 3 monks arrived and began fighting MK, using very precise blows to hit the boy's pressure points to disable him. Sunny doesn't want them to leave with MK, so the 2 monks start fighting him. The monks tried to hit Sunny several times, but he was still strong enough to keep up with both of them, so the 3rd monk decided to hit Sunny next, throwing him into the cart. Using his sword, Sunny quickly fights back and injures the monk, who returns to his friends and they gather together. Suddenly, all the lights on the street went out and the monk's eyes went dark. Together they attack and overpower Sunny, who refuses to give up and attacks again with his sword. The monks broke his sword and attacked him in perfect coordination, beating him before throwing him into a building. The monks then placed MK into a box and leaves while Sunny is found by a mysterious person. Later, when Vale arrives in town, he finds tons of bodies but no Sunny other than his sword. In the morning, Sunny wakes up tied to beams inside a ship. River King appears with Vale's head, knowing the truth, so he tells Sunny that no one can surpass him. Open the box, since he's not a killer, he'll sell it outside the Badlands. Meanwhile, MK woke up and realized he was also being taken out of the Badlands, but he couldn't break through. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, leave a comment about your favorite movie and we will make it next. Thanks for watching.